Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Please repeat after me first mantra onwards so that your sleep will go. Om iti etad aksharam idam sarvam tasya upavyakyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyat iti sarvam omkara eva यच्च अन्यत त्रिकालातीतं तत् अपि ओंकार एव। सर्वं हि एतद् ब्रह्म, अयमात्मा ब्रह्म, सोऽयमात्मा चतुष्पात्, जागरितस्थानो बहिष्प्रज्ञः, सप्तांगः, एकोनविंशतिमुखः, स्थूलभुक्, वैश्वानरः, प्रथमपादः, स्वप्नस्थानः, अंतःप्रज्ञः, सप्तांगः, एकोनविंशतिमुखः, प्रविविक्तभुक्, तैजसः, द्वितीयपादः, यत्र सुप्तः न कंचन कामं कामयते, न कंचन स्वप्नं पश्यति, तत्सुषुप्तं सुषुप्तस्थाने एकीभूतः प्रज्ञानघन एव आनंदमयः, ह्यानंदभुक्, तेजोमुखः, नो चेतोमुखः, प्राज्ञः, तृतीयपादः। So, in the first mantra, we were told, Om iti etad aksharam sarvam. Without speech, Nothing can be indicated. So what is that which can indicate everything? Therefore, Om iti etat. So we have seen on the first day, Om includes the total human language. So everything is indicated by words. So whatever is indicated by words is anatma, is other than me. So Om iti idam sarvam. Tasya upavyakhyanam. Very subtle, be attentive. Tasya upavyakhyanam. We are now explaining, upam is near. We are trying to explain, vyakhyana is expansion. Explaining in such a manner that the things become vivid, clear. Tasya upavyakhyanam. Now what is that? Bhutam bhavat bhavishyat iti. All the past, present and future is Omkara eva. Now past, present and future is not in the world. See? Past, present and future, this time is in the mind, not outside. See? Sarva Omkara eva. Therefore, yacha anyat, and that which is beyond the three times, past, present, future, trikaraatitam tad api Omkara eva. So whatever is included within the limitations of time, that is Omkara, and whatever is not included, that is also Omkara. What is included is known. What is not included is unknown. Both the known and the unknown are included in the Omkara. Now, this Omkara we have seen why this Om, because Om is Spota, includes the complete language. So, this Om is everything. Now, then, this Om we have to recognize. The Sarvam etat Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma. So, when we are talking about Brahman, we should not become objective in understanding. See? Sarvami etat Brahma. Everything is Brahman. Okay, then Ayam Atma Brahma. So do not try to objectify and conceptualize your understanding. See, I am rich, I am poor, I am beautiful, I am awful, I am Telugu, no, I am Telangana, conceptual. But I am is non-conceptual. Therefore, to remove this division between the objective idam sarvam and the one who is experiencing this worldly object, Atma, so both of them are the same reality. This is the purpose. So, Sarvami etat Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma. So what is Brahma? Brahman is supporting everything. And if that Brahman is Atma, therefore Atma cannot be one per head. See? How important it is. This is one of the biggest obstacles for every student. It is not our fault, this is how we are taught. Because it is easier to comprehend. See, so many houses, so many people are staying there. So many bodies, so many Atmas. And thereby, what we do is, we make one soul per body. And this is how the Atma or Brahman is divided depending on the individual bodies. So, technically speaking, Jiva is not an individual, but it is manifestation. Body-wise, we are separate. Life-wise, we are common. Bulb-wise, there are many bulbs. Light-wise, we are one. It is here the real Vedanta begins. So, if we consider this as the real, Atma is Jiva per soul, then last life, this life, next life, and the cinema continues, it has no end. Therefore, this Atma, this Brahman is Chatushpad. The same reality is expressing through 4 conditionings. Now, what is the first conditioning? We have seen this, I am going fast. Jagarita sthano bahishpradnya. When the Atma is identified or rather functioning through the body and then expressing with reference to the body, he is called as the Vaishvanara. Is Vaishvanara. Now, Jagarita sthanaha. So when the body identification takes place, Bahishpradnyaha, objectivity becomes prominent. See. Then Saptangaha, this is same thing, the 7 holes and then 19 factors, 5 Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Panchaprana, Manabuddhi, Chitta, Ahankar, and Sthula Bhuk. And objects of experience are gross. So, gross body, gross worldly objects, gross experiences. This is the Prathama Pada. So, we all have this first experience and we get so much buried in that experience that when you see anybody writing a biography, the biography is written on the basis that I am body. See? If we want to conclude something on the basis of incomplete data, can the conclusion be valid? You have to have complete data. See? Statistically, they do it. One man's head was kept in the hot air oven and the feet were in the deep freeze. Average temperature of the man was okay. See? So we have to have complete data. Now what is complete data? Waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. But you see any biography, autobiography of a who? The waker. What about the other 3? This is how the individuality becomes real. And we all the time talk about the past. I was there, I was here, I have done this thing, I have done this thing. Now therefore, this one simple thing you try. Do not talk about your past. Do not ask anybody about their past. You have nothing to talk. You don't have to observe maunam. Because when we talk to others, it is always with reference to past. See? To cross over this hurdle in spiritual life. See? This is a Maha Mantra in our happy mantra. What is that? Who asked you? This one is it? We go on telling. I was there for 25 years. Then I left it this. Then I am here for 25 years. And I don't know how many years I am going to destroy this institution. But what happened? Now who asked? But we have to talk. And if you come in utter present, you have nothing to talk. See, friends. Can there be simple spiritual life than this? We are not telling you to chant mantra or go to Himalayas or eat only vegetarian food. A simple thing. And when we talk to others, you will come to discover one day, we talk only about the past, which has no meaning. Now see, this is why the elderly people are not welcome in the younger generation. Who are the elder? When we were children, who is interested? Everybody is concerned about their own future. But oldies have no future. Then, if I have got peanuts in my pocket, can I distribute chocolates? So I'll be talking again. This thing I have learned once I went to one Vruddhashram just to pay visit. And there I was just moving and the elderly people talking to each other. One person starts, the other person cuts his tongue, he starts the third, only talking about the past. Therefore, this one conditioning, body identification, the waker is born and he becomes real, and for him the world, gross world is the field of experience. This is one aspect of our being. Now the second aspect is Swapnasthanaha Antaprajna. The second experience that we go through is the dream. And again the same thing. Look, just I don't know what you think, but my thinking is this way. I entertain myself. Once I was reading about the life of Janak Maharaj, and there he calls the meeting of the wise people and he tells, please tell me what, after the lunch I was just strolling in the garden and just for about 15-20 minutes I had a nice sleep, and in that I dreamt that there was a famine and people were dying of food, not getting anything to eat, and there was one man who was a Dharmatma distributing food. I was also standing in the queue and went to collect my food, and I got it, and when I was going, one dog came and bounced on it and he ran and I was running after him and I fell down and my dream was over. So the wise people say, anyway it was just a dream, forget about it. They say, no, let me ask you something. Now I want to know whether your king Janaka became a dreamer or the dreamer is becoming a Janaka. This is the question. And who was Janaka? He had good food, heavy food, and he was relaxing after taking lunch. And what was his dream? He was hungry. Now the one who was hungry, his panchakoshas were different. His pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha, annamaya kosha, were they different or the same? Think. See. So either accept the dreamer as real and write a biography of a dreamer, or do not write a biography of a waker. Between the two, what is the reality? See? So, Antaprajnaha and Pravivikta book, Tejasaha. So he is Tejasa and Pravivikta book means what? The object of experience, the experiencer of the object, and the experiencer of the object. All three are only thoughts. Like in the waking, this is an object other than me. In the dream, the object, the experience of the object, the instrument of knowledge through which the experience is gathered, and the experiencer, everything is only mind. See? This is the Dvitiya Pada. Nothing but analyzing our experiences. Okay. So, Soyam Atma Chatushpad, there are 4 aspects. One is the waker, dreamer. Now, who is the third one? We have come up to here in our yesterday's lecture. Now the 5th mantra tells. Again, please repeat. Yatra supto na kanchana kamam kamayate na kanchana swapnam pashyati tat sushuptam sushupta sthane ekibhutah prajnana ghanah eva anandamaya hi anandabhuk cheto mukha pradhyah tritiya padah. Now the third path. Again I am repeating. Pada does not mean the legs. Like a cow has got 4 legs, in the same manner, this Atma or a Brahman doesn't have 4 legs. Pada means the 4 expressions through 4 conditionings. See? Like the simple example, your example, man is Atma or Brahman. First conditioning is father, he is called as a son. Second conditioning, wife, he is called as husband. Third conditioning is the son, he is called as father. And when there is no conditioning, he continues to be a man. So Chatushpada. Now in these 4, who is suffering and who is real? This is the inquiry. So Yatra in the Tritiya path, Yatra where Supto na kanchana kamam kamayate. Now friends, one of the most potent spiritual practice is observe how you go to sleep and what is the experience of our sleep. First thing I will tell you. Our waking experiences are different from each other. Our dreams are different. But our deep sleep experience is common. See? Think about it. Waking experience is based on body identification. Our bodies are different, waking experiences are different. Our dreams are different because dreams are dependent on our waking lifestyle. There was a child, he got up in the morning and crying. So the father got angry. Early morning you get up and start crying. You are just like your mother. So the child continued crying. Baba, I had a very bad dream. What dream you had? Sleep or get up. There's nothing like dream. No, Dad, I had a very bad dream. But what dream you had? I failed in the examination. So the father got angry. Even in the dream you cannot pass. Will you ever pass in real life? No child cannot dream other than this type. See? So our waking experiences are different, our dream experiences are different. Now we come to the deep sleep. Deep sleep experience is common. There, no time, space and object, number 1. There is no sense of limited existence. I am only this much, not that much. Common. Third, there is no sense of otherness. See, it's common for everybody. Like ocean is common for all the waves. That is what is said here. Yatra suptaha, when we are in deep sleep, where na kanchana kamam kamayate. In deep sleep, we have zero desires. And therefore, we are happy. Now tell me, what do we get that we die so much to go to sleep? If somebody doesn't get sleep, he will go to doctor and we want to sleep. So give some medicine. I am not getting sleep. If you are not getting sleep, that means it is so important, yes. Then tell, what do you get in sleep? Money, wealth, health, property, popularity. What do you get? Nothing. On the contrary, deep sleep, the experience of God realization. See, I'll tell you through one example. I think in our Ramana ashram I told this morning or yesterday. You know, where do I get these examples? I was heating water in my kettle for my cup of tea. And as forgetful as I am, so when the water was cold, switch on, boiling. And then I put the tea bag in the cup, put the water in that, and then I am supposed to take out the tea bag and drink. But as expert I have forgotten that I had to take tea. And then after about half an hour, I had not taken tea, where is tea, where is tea? When I went there. And it was damn cold. Now, that was my guru. If you are able to learn from every experience of your life, you are living in meditation. What did I learn? Normal water is room temperature. When we apply heat, heat is acquired. It is not natural. See? And when the application of heat is withdrawn, what the water will do? Acquired heat is released. And it wants to come back to its own natural status. Is it not? Is it not our life? We acquired body identification. Thereafter, sukha kachra, possessions, gila kachra, relations. See? Boiling, constantly boiling, bubbles coming out, steam coming out. See? And this acquired non-essentials, we get tired of it. Then we want to drop all of them. And what is deep sleep? In deep sleep, body identification is dropped, mind identification is dropped, and that which was supporting the body and the dream, the mind, all of them are rejected. And we come back to our natural status. What is natural status? Happiness. And therefore, in deep sleep, we snore. Why? Because we are happy. If somebody is sitting all alone, what happened to you? I am happy. No, you are frustrated. Happiness is our natural state, friends. And therefore, when we wake out of our deep sleep, has anybody ever said, 8 hours I was sleeping and I am damn tired? Others are tired of our snoring. We are happy. Discover, my friends, from your own experiences. But what happens? We have such wrong notions. If I get this thing, I will be happy. If I get that thing, I will be happy. And our happiness is only imaginary, not real. Real happiness is when you are in deep sleep. So what is the experience of deep sleep? We have nothing, number one. We are nobody. So when you are nothing and nobody, you are happy. When you are somebody and you have something, you are always miserable. See, my friends, slowly, when this understanding goes deeper in our system, we don't have to struggle to withdraw from the world. Continue wherever you are. But earlier, small little things were enough to disturb us. Now, nothing disturbs us. Then how to live? Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% and Karnataka. Karnataka means as if. Like now you are. As if listening. After the lecture is over, sambar mein namak kam hai. Again come back to square one. See, my friends. Therefore, why we insist for going to sleep, that is our natural state. See? So, this called in a Panchakoshi Vivek, gross body is called as Annamaya Kosh. Pranamaya Kosh, the life. Then the Manomaya Kosh, modifications of the knowledge. Vijnanamaya Kosh, the place for Mr. I. These are the four koshas. Annamaya Kosh, modification of food. Pranamaya Kosh, modification of the external air in our body as prana. So, Annamaya Kosh, modification of the food. This Pranamaya Kosh, modification of the air. Manomaya Kosh, modification of the knowledge, joy and sorrows. And Vijnanamaya Kosh, who is owning the gross body, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manoman, I am owning. So this Vijnanamaya Kosh is I factor. Four of them. See? Maya means modification. Food modified is body. Air modified is prana. Experience modified is joy or sorrows. And the owner of these three is I. And this I is the factor which we have to transcend. See? How can we transcend? Only through understanding. When this I is dropped, meaning when we go to sleep, first of all, possession we give up, relations we give up, we come back, slowly, Annamaya Kosha is dropped. Then Pranamaya Kosha, no struggle. I have to sleep. No, relax. Breathing goes, no efforts. Then Manomaya Kosha is dropped. Modification of the knowledge. I am joyful, I am miserable, I am happy, I what? Everything is dropped. And in the deep sleep, be attentive. In the deep sleep, there is nobody, there is no joy, sorrows, there is no hunger, thirst, there is no man, woman, but there is presence, and that presence is bliss without blisters. See? Now in this deep sleep, neither we desire anything of the worldly things, nor there is any dream. So, na kaschana kamam kamayate, na kaschana swapnam pashyati, tad sushuptam. Now, what happens in Sushupti, in deep sleep? Sushupti sthane eki bhutaha. All the four of them, eki bhutaha, they merge. Differentiation is dissolved. Eki bhuta. And therefore, in deep sleep, there is no otherness. When there is no otherness, there is no desire. and there is no fear. Fear and desire happens only when the sense of otherness is real. See? There was a group of youngsters and they were going for trekking somewhere, and one of the lazy, he was lagging behind. It became evening, could not have good sunlight also. He didn't know where to go. GPS doesn't work there. So he was tired, frustrated, what to do. Finally he took out the pittu, his portable tent, fixed it wherever he was, and then he tucked everything properly, zipped, and slept in no time. He was damn tired. So the tiger smelled human being. He came nearer to that tent, and darkness cannot see, but the human being smell is there. So he came and started Om Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi Brahmagno Brahmana Udam Brahmaiva Dena Gantavya Brahma Karma Samadhina. And he wanted to bounce and eat, but that very moment, this person, young boy who was tired and sleeping, he started snoring loudly. Grrr, grrr. And the tiger got afraid and ran away. For that boy, there was no sense of otherness, so there was no samsara. For the tiger, there was a sense of otherness, there was a samsara. Dvitiyatvaye bhayam bhavati. In deep sleep, there is no element of otherness. Therefore, Anandamaya Kosha. See? The husband who doesn't dare look at his wife's feet also, where from the courage comes when they sleep together and he snores so loudly? Where from the courage comes? अब मैं पति नहीं हूँ, खर्र खर्र. Bottom line, conditioned expressions are useful but not real. When illusions are given a status of reality, samsara begins. See, husband, wife, are they real? See, husband is not real. It's useful, I agree, to lift the bags, useful, but not real. See, therefore, yatra suptaha na kanchan kamam kamayate, na kanchan sapnam pashyati. So, sushupti sthane eki bhutaha prajnana ghanaha. Now be attentive. So, Annamaya Kosh, modification of food. Pranamaya Kosh, modification of air. Manomaya Kosh, modification of experience. Vijnanamaya Kosh, modification of the I factor. All of them have dissolved. Be attentive. Therefore, Anandamaya Kosha is not the modification of bliss. Many Vedanta students fail here. See, this is basic. Word is the same. Annamaya, Maya Matu Pratyay is used to indicate modification. Annamaya, modification of food. Pranamaya, modification of air. Manomaya, modification of experience. Vijnanamaya, modification of the various bodies, sometimes joyful, sometimes miserable. Same way, Anandamaya is not the modification of bliss. There, Maya, this Pratyay indicates Prachurya, maximum. Anandamaya means like what? South Indian coffee, decoction Maya. See? Gujarati coffee, sugar maya. Punjabi coffee, milk maya. See? In the same manner, Sushupti, Anandamaya, only bliss, without an experiencer becoming joyful. See? So, one reality, Brahma is Atma, Atma is having four areas of experience, Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti. See? And the Sushupti, deep sleep, is a trailer of God realization. I am not imagining and telling you. Upanishad is the authority for that. Prashna Upanishad. See? Ahar ahar brahma gameti sushuptau. Every night when we sleep, we are one with the divine. This is your daily example of phone. When we go to sleep, we put it charged with the mains. When we get up, phone is fully charged. Then what we do? Lying on the bed, then we start our studies. WhatsApp University. And then the whole phone battery is discharged. Our phone the battery is very bad. Then again we charge. Then till it is charged, what to do? Sleep. Exactly the same way. Whole day we are discharged. So when we go to sleep, we touch ourselves with the divine source of energy. So we are one with the divine and therefore fully charged. But when we are out of the sleep, then again, this way, that way. Early morning, 4 o'clock, what will I do getting up early morning? So far I never got up. Now I am 78. Never I got up so early. This Babaji has got nothing to do actually, Is it that Bhagwan is available only morning duty? He is not there after. And go to sleep again. Then you wake up as usual, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then, oh God, today also I could not wake up. Repeat it 3-4 times, you come to a conclusion. This is not my bite. And then you discover something. I have zero self-control. A person who has no self-control is worse than animal. See? Our condition is like initially when we learn riding a bicycle or driving a car, we feel that the bicycle is taking us here. It is not taking anywhere. We have no control. See? Therefore, real spiritual practice begins when you discover self-control that leads to Atma Vishwas. I don't think I can do it. Then who will do it? There is no proxy on the spiritual path. You have to live your life, you have to die your death, you have to work on your spiritual evolution. Maharaj ji, आशीर्वाद करो. क्या आशीर्वाद करो? You do everything, I should get realized. कोई पागल है क्या? You have to work on it. And what is that work? Understanding. We are not telling anything physical. Learn from your experiences and apply that learning in your own life. So Sushupti sthane ekibhuta prajnana ghanaha. And what is that? Ananda bhuk. See? Ananda cheto mukhaha. Now be attentive. Imagine this is a mirror. Okay? When this mirror is extrovert, what will be reflected in that? The world. When the same mirror becomes introvert, what will be reflected in that? Our face. If this is clear, Vijnanamaya Kosh means I, Atma. When Vijnanamaya Kosh I is Bahirmukhi, external objects and experiences of the external world. Bahirmukhi, then he is either a waker or a dreamer. Anything you do for a longer period of time, you get tired. So this waker and dreamer, they get tired. Then they become antarmukhi. When they become antarmukhi, that the Vijnanamaya Kosha has become introvert. What he will see there? His own blissful reflection. See? Don't have that wrong notion. Five means Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. No. Vijnanamaya, when it is extrovert, Jagra Sapna, waking dream. When the same Vijnanamaya is introvert, Anandamaya. Now what is the difference between the joy experienced in the waking world through indulging with the worldly objects, joy or sorrows experienced in the dream by indulging with the imaginations, and the joy that we have in deep sleep? What is the difference? See? In the external world, anything that gives us happiness, it has a limit. Beyond that limit, you cannot enjoy anything in life. In limits only it is good. Suppose you are a Bengali. Now who is a Bengali? He likes Rasgulla. Very good. So eat. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30, 40. Now take few more. No, I cannot. No, you like, you take more. No, I cannot. Please take. No, if I take, I will die. I don't want. External indulgence has got a limit. Beyond that limit, it is a source of misery. See? Same thing, the achievements. See, I should get this position and I should get first position. You study, you get your degree, and then I should get a good job, you get a good job. Then I should get a good wife, imagination, you get a good wife. See, there is no end to it. And then I think I want to learn meditation. Why? There is no fulfillment in the external world. We all discover fulfillment only when we sleep. See? Therefore, eternal sleep is called God realization. What is the sleep? In sleep, otherness and duality is not perceived. What is the God realization? Otherness is perceived, but on the basis of that perception, otherness is not respected. See? Teeth and the tongue, they are other. Although they are different from each other, does it make any difference to us if our teeth bite the tongue? In the same manner, the one who is abiding in the truth, he will be perceiving everything same as you and me are. But we are differentiating on account of the differences. See? Andhra, Telangana, Gujarati, Kannadiga, Tamilian. Samsara begins. See the differences, but don't differentiate on the basis of that. You are slowly approaching the divine status that we are. Therefore, Sushupti Sthane Eki Bhutaha Pradnanagana Anandamayaha. And this Anandamaya Kosh is what? Anandabhuk Cheto Mukhaha. Now he is completely Cheto Mukhaha, focusing himself towards his own source. See? Eyes may be open, others may think we are looking outside, but the wise men are keeping the eyes open but abiding in the truth. Then how do they live? Karnataka. See, friends. Now this thing I'll tell you through one simple technique. See. This world is called as prapancha, isn't it? Pancha means not the pancha. Give a punch. Pancha means 5. So, elements 5. Tanmatras 5. Jnanendriyas 5. Karmendriyas 5. Prana 5. Upaprana 5. Pancha, 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 prapancha. See? Therefore, we have got 5 fingers. Prapancha. Now, use this. This small finger is Annamaya Kosh. This ring finger, this is where you put your wedding ring, isn't it? Therefore, in Bombay language, they say when a person gets married, they call it wedding ring. Veda means mad. So the wedding ring is put there in this. And thereafter, their prana becomes miserable. Pranamaya kosha. Then, tallest finger, Manomaya kosha. Now the question is, whose body? My body. Whose prana? My prana. Whose mind? My mind. This owner of the 3 is Vijnanamaya kosha. 4 of them. Now when this I, Vijnanamaya kosha, identified with the Manomaya kosha, modifications of the mind are my modification. I am happy, I am miserable, I am frustrated. And this I is carrying the burden of this mind. Then the same I gets identified with the Pranamaya kosha, hunger and thirst. I am hungry, I am thirsty. Then the same I carries the burden of the Annamaya kosha. Then I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am beautiful, I am awful. So this I, Vijnanamaya kosha, carrying the burden of the 3. When you carry the burden, you get tired, is it not? See our ammas, wherever they go, the first thing they do is, they do the prana pratishtha of their suitcase. They call it is a purse. It is not a purse. It is a hold all. Everything is in that. So, same thing. What is sleep? We first of all withdraw from the Manomaya kosha. Tomorrow karenge, aaj nahi karenge. Then Pranamaya kosha. Not now, I am feeling hungry, I will eat afterwards, okay? Now don't disturb me. Now, Annamaya kosha. Don't disturb, okay? Put something on me, I want to sleep. So this I disowns the 3. Now the question comes, where will he go? Introvert, he goes back to Anandamaya kosha. This is the snuff mudra. Take the snuff. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Snapamurtim. See? This is all spiritual practice. We have to limit ourselves in the waking world. Shatro mitre putre bandho ma kuru yatna vigraha. Play your role best, but don't get entangled in that role. See? Second, at the level of the mind must be under our control. We have to learn to mind our mind. Then the third thing comes, the deep sleep. Those who are lucky and pure-hearted, they have two things normal, without any problem. One is hunger, second is sleep. But those who are extra normal, they sleep even in the satsanga. ज़्यादा ही normal है. Therefore, this is all supported by one reality, and that Atma is common for all of us, everything and being. Now, next step. When an object is there, object doesn't experience joy or sorrows. See? If the money is in my pocket or it goes in somebody else's pocket, makes no difference. Joy and sorrows are experienced by us. See? Now what is the difference? The Brahman, the reality, expresses partially in the objective world. Only existence. And the same reality expresses in the living beings as both existence and knowledge. That doesn't mean that there are two realities. The differences are on account of the conditioning through which expressions are happening. Now to understand, take this simple example. Fire has got two attributes, light and heat. If we apply the fire to the water, water will manifest only the heat aspect. Does it mean the fire has no light? But if the fire is not seen, use another instrument. So we use the firewood and apply the fire. So in that firewood we get both light as well as heat. Does it mean there are two different types of fires? No. Differences are on account of the conditioning through which the truth is manifesting. But both of them are supported by the same reality. Inert object is, the living being is. That is aspect, existence aspect, Sat aspect is common. And therefore in Kathopanishad distinctly mentioned, Asti iti upalabdhavyaha tattva bhavena prasidati. The truth has to be recognized as is. See? This table also is reality, but it doesn't realize because the other aspect is not manifest. And if we are human being and yet we are also like the table, we don't know what is our essential nature. What is the difference between us and the table? See, therefore, yatra supto na kanchan kamam kamayate na kaschana sapnam pashyati tat sushuptam sushupta sthane eki bhutaha prajnanagana eva anandamayaha anandamuk cheto mukhaha prajnaha trutiya padaha. This is the third path. See. Now, come back to the common example. If the father dies, what happens to son? If the wife dies, what happens to the husband? If the son dies, what happens to father? And if the man dies, what happens to them? 4 options. So when the father dies, nothing happens to son, because son is not the reality. The man continues to exist. The wife dies, nothing happens to husband. The man continues to be the same. Then the son dies, nothing happens to the father. He continues to be the same. But if the man dies, can the 3 exist? So what is the reality? Reality is the man. Now, in place of man, keep Atma or Brahma. So, one conditioning, the gross body identification, waker. Second conditioning, the subtle body identification, dreamer. Third, causal body identification, deep sleeper. All these three things are supported by a common denominator to which nothing is added when there is waking, nothing is happening when it is a dream, and nothing is lost when it is a deep sleep. Now, this experience we all have. We have to only recognize presence or absence makes no difference to the infinite. Infinite plus minus anything continues to be infinite, is it not? Now see this experience. You have to do nothing. Recognize. Pratyabhijnayate. You have to recognize. See? I am seeing you all, about 50 of you. In place of you, if you become 500, will there be a burden to my vision? No. If you, all of you go away, will there be a loss to my vision? No. So what is the principle we have to learn? Illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. Now, who is the illuminator? The I who illuminated the waking world, experiences of the waker, dream world, experiences of the dreamer, deep sleep world, experience of nothing. So this one is illuminating all the experiences, but doesn't get influenced by any one of them. And the best part is, we don't have to do anything. That is our natural state. This experience of yours, this is waking sleep. How simple it is. But we have got default settings. We see, we hear. Dekho, suno, bag bag karo. And that default setting has to be completely changed. Because when we comment, what happens? We react. Who reacts? The mind reacts. And we get identified with the reaction of the mind. And the reaction of the mind is only in terms of words. No thought can express without words. Friends, we have to learn this. You will not get in any books to discover. See? Patanjali says, Yogaha, Chitta Vritti, Nirodhaha, and all the yogis, they keep on struggling. Don't disturb your. Ask any yoga fellow, have they really attained Chitta Vritti Nirodha? According to Patanjali Maharshi, even deep sleep is a thought, Chitta Vritti. So Chitta Vritti means what? We go beyond waking, dream and deep sleep. But yoga students are never taught this because the teacher also doesn't know. See? Patanjali says, Abhava pratyaya lambana vritti nidra. Vritti, thought. That thought where absence of waking and dream is the theme, is deep sleep. So, like waking is the thought, identification with the gross body, dream is a thought, identification with the subtle body. In the same manner, deep sleep is also a thought, identification with the causal body. And when we are told Chitta Vritti Nirodha, what does it mean? We are abiding in our divine nature. Therefore he says, Tada Drashtuhu Sarupe Avasthanam. See? Therefore, when we are moving in this world, if we do not allow the thoughts to be born, and how the thoughts are born? They express through words. Now, let us do a small little experiment. Try this and learn. Become husband or wife and think. Stop. Now become parents or children and think. Stop. Then remain as nobody and think. Stop. Let us analyze these experiments. When you became husband or wife, the thoughts were pertaining to wife or husband. When you became parents or children, thoughts were pertaining to children or parents. When you are nobody, can you think? So what is the bottom line? For thinking, a reference is required. Without reference, you cannot think. And then one becomes lonely. It is a frightening silence. How can the silence be frightening? Because we are accustomed to live in crowds and chaos. Therefore, if you really want to be sincere on a spiritual path, spend time all alone without becoming lonely. Why this become difficult? Because old habits. What is our habit? Dekho suno, reference. Bolo, bak 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 kar. Try this. In due time, you will get a knack of it. Spiritual practice is a knack. Like swimming is a knack. There are some people, one of my friends, he cannot swim. In his house there is a beautiful swimming pool, but he cannot swim. So his small child, 3-4 years, doesn't talk also properly. But when I get into their swimming pool, the child asks, Swamiji, I will also come. And along with me he'll jump into this. Then I told his father, hey, you come. Child laughs. He doesn't know how to swim. So I asked him, hey, why didn't you learn? Swamiji, I tried. I just cannot learn. Because swimming is a knack. And whatever, be attentive. And whatever you learn through a knack, you never forget it. Those of you who know swimming, you may not be swimming for 30-40 years. You jump, you will never sink, you will swim. It's a knack. The truth is discovered only once in a lifetime. See? Because truth is one. And that knack is only this. Learn from your day-to-day experiences. You don't have to remain Gambhiranandam. What about, I don't know, yaar, jab se realize ho gaya, aisa hi ho raha hai. No. Relax. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihinaha, yasya brahmani ramate chittam, nandati, nandati, nandati eva. Then thereafter, life is a time pass. When we go to some vacation, we have period, we are going for 1 week, so time is fixed. We have got budget. This much money we are going to spend, not beyond that. So we go for a vacation not to earn money, but to spend money. Is it not? And why we go? Nothing, time pass. Not to gain anything. Same way, we are in this world for a time pass. Life is a celebration, not calibration. What will I get? You will get nothing. Then, why should I live? Die. Who cares? Friends, we are here to celebrate life, not calibrate. If I do this thing, what will I get? Like one person asked me this question in Vrindavan. Swamiji, why should I take Lord's name? What will I get? I said, don't chant, who cares? Lord doesn't want you should chant his name. On the contrary, it must be botheration for him all the time. Somebody is nagging. See in your own houses, the small child constantly after the mother. Mommy, 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 mommy. Now the mother says, what do you want? Mommy, mommy, you take that thing and get away, don't eat my head. Mommy, mommy. How miserable the mother becomes. Give one. Exactly the same way, all the time. Ram, 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 Ram. How much miserable that Ram must be. So the mother gives one. What Bhagavan Ram will do? Hanumanji, choo. Don't trouble Bhagavan. He is very much with you. You are not lonely. Allow him to express. The expression of divinity is joy. Misery is our contamination. See? Therefore, Prajnanagana eva anandamaya anandamuk cheto mukhaha. Now we are abiding in our conscious blissful being. See? Tritiya pada. In this Upanishad, there are so many karikas attributed to Govindapada's teacher, that is Gaudapada Acharya, who was the grand guru of Bhagavan Shankaracharya. There are many karikas. In one of them, he makes so beautiful. See? Na nirodho na cha utpatti na baddho na cha sadhakaha na muktaha na mumukshurvai ittesha paramarthata. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed, nobody is born, nobody dies, nobody is liberated, nobody is bound. Then, what is spiritual life? Be happy. It's okay for you. Be happy, get married and show. Many people are jealous. See, my friends, you have to decide whether you want to celebrate your life or want to calibrate your life. Never think in terms, what will I get? Think, what can I give? I can give trouble. Think, my friends. Therefore, these three paths we have seen. Now we were told this Atma is Chatushpad. Now what is the fourth one? In the deep sleep is further experience. The sixth mantra. Esha Sarveshwaraha. Esha Sarvajnaha. Esha Antaryami. Esha Yonihi. Sarvasya Prabhavapyayo hi Bhutanam. So, Esha, now who is the Esha? What was said in the last mantra? Prajna, the deep sleeper. Esha, Prajna, Sarveshwaraha. He is the controller of everything. Waking world, waking experiences of the waker. Dream world, dream experiences of the dreamer. All of them are coming out of this prajna, bloom for some time, again go back. See? Anandadheva kalvimani bhutani jayante anandena jatani jivanti. Everything is an expression of bliss. So when we are in deep sleep, we are one with the divine. Nay, we are divine. And when we wake up, again we start our journey and gather all sukha, gila, kachra and suffer, and we get tired, we drop it. And again we go back to deep sleep. So deep sleep, we have nothing and we are nobody. Therefore we are happy. But that is the experience of a negative type. It is not a positive experience. What is the negative experience? You have got pain somewhere. Like, my hand was operated. So they were doing local anesthesia and operation. So when they were operating, I was watching, he was cutting and doing everything. So that time I saw, I think I am realized. See, he's cutting my hand, I am seeing the blood coming and stitching, everything. But I am observing, nothing is happening to me. I think I am realized. 15 minutes after, oh God. See? So, what is the happiness we know? We know happiness which is against miseries. Bliss is that happiness which never gets contaminated by anything. See? Esha Sarvajnaha Sarveshwaraha. So when we are in deep sleep, that time also the husband is entertained, he is maintained, the wife is maintained, the children are maintained, the in-laws are maintained, the outlaws are maintained, but they are in a soft copy. So when we wake up, again the hard copy comes out. Along with the hard copy, all other hard copies come out. And the life becomes like that of a Laurel and Hardy hard copy. And after the job is over, then we again switch it off, again soft copies go back. No burden. See, this is constantly happening. Therefore, this prajna, the deep sleeper, Esha Sarvajnaha. He knows everything, but it doesn't manifest. So, Esha Sarveshwara, he controls everything. And Esha Yoni Sarvasya. And it is from the Vijnanamaya, from the Anandamaya Kosha, the Prajna, everything comes out. again goes back, again comes out, again goes back. Be attentive. I told you, Anandamaya Kosha is one for all of us. To understand this, take an example of the ocean. Ocean is common for all the waves, not separate oceans. Now all the waves, they go back to the ocean unmanifest. And again they come out of the ocean. Therefore, nobody is born, nobody dies. There is only manifestation and manifestation, manifestation and manifestation. Like every dream has a separate dreamer. Equally true, for every waking experience has a separate waker. The day you will digest this statement, you have taken a big long leap on your spiritual evolution. See? If we are the same, suppose we did not understand something and then you study, then you understand. So the one who did not understand, the one who understands, are they same? Think. They appear to be same, but they are not. Now where from the continuity comes? See? This continuity is an illusion. In one of the chapters in Mandukya comes, Alat Shanti Prakaranam. During the Diwali, we take that fuljadi in our hand, isn't it? If it is steady, only one spot is seen. But when we move, we see a wheel of light. Now, this we do learn. Wherever there is a movement, there is a creation. Stop the movement, creation ends. When we are constantly thinking about this or that, creation. Stop thinking as in deep sleep, no creation. So when that light alata is moving, it is created. When the star stops, where that appearance has gone. This is one of the most important foundation of spiritual life. There are three things. Something is. You can do nothing. Is, what can you do? Something is not. Is not, what can you do? But the third option, there is nothing but appears. That appearance starts creating problem. Because we give a status of reality to the appearance. The day we understand that this world is an appearance, our approach to the life will change. Now what is an appearance? Appearance appears under n number of conditions. For example, that fuljadi we move, there appears a circle of light. It appears, you cannot say I can't, you do see that, it appears. But when you stop the movement, where that circle has gone? Nowhere, because it was nowhere. So the circle appears under a particular condition. Exactly the same way, this waking world appears when identified with the body. When we are not identified with the body, as in deep sleep, tatra mata amata bhavati, tatra pita apita bhavati. There we are nobody, no mother, father, brother, sister. But we continue to exist. Therefore, these are the foundations of real spiritual life. Otherwise, go to temple, bajao, ghanta, eat Bhagwan's head is okay. But the truth is this. Once you take this, Then you come to know, instead of blaming anybody, we are solely responsible for everything happens in our life. Like all the waves come from the ocean, they don't come from outside. In the same manner, all good, bad, man, woman, young, old, everything comes out of me, remains in me, goes back in me. When our attention is thus away from the dreamers and the wakers, you come to the substratum that we are. This is what is to be recognized as our essential nature. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.